So today for Movie Club, we watched the movie Hellboy. Now, the movie Hellboy actually came out in 2004, but I never actually heard of the comics, so I didn't really know about Hellboy until I seen this movie. When I first seen this movie, though, I thought it was great. I thought it was a really good movie. This movie's a big action movie, but it threw a little bit of comedy in there, and I thought it was pretty cool. Saying that, though, now that I watch it again, I'm kind of thinking that this movie isn't as good as I thought it was, or it just has deteriorated over time for me. Ron Perlman plays the main character of Hellboy. Now, Ron Perlman is known for playing really big characters. Beast from Beauty and the Beast. He was Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, and now he's playing Hellboy. He's just a big dude who seems to, like, always end up with a lot of prosthetics on. So in the beginning of the movie, we actually find out that Hellboy is only here because the Nazis brought him back. The Nazis went into like another dimension and pulled him from wherever to bring him into our world, and they were going to use him to like destroy the world, destroy the enemies, and the Nazis were going to take power. Of course, obviously, in the first couple minutes, you realize this didn't actually happen in the movie. He becomes a good guy, and it shows Hellboy all grown up, and he's fighting against all these paranormal things because apparently the world that they're in has a lot of paranormal kind of activity going on. There's even a whole government branch that's dedicated to it. Now, Hellboy actually works for these guys and helps them take down these monsters and these demons or whatever they are. But up to this point, you really have to think he's never really had a real challenge. I think he's just facing these mindless monsters and stuff, and he has usually no problem taking them out. This movie kind of throws in one of his first challenges is the guy that brought him back, and I hate to say it, he's a real generic villain. One of the things I really would have liked to see in this movie, though, was more origin stories. I want to know where Liz came from, where Abe came from. That would have been really interesting to me. They kind of just were like there. Now, Liz is the love interest in this story, and she's interesting because she's the one that like can set everything on fire. The problem is she really does it when she's angry and stuff. She like sets everything on fire. Because of her ability to set things on fire, Hellboy has an attraction to her because he is immune to fire. Fire can't kill him. So obviously Hellboy falls for this Khaleesi chick because she's pretty much born of fire and is everything about fire, and he's resistant to fire. I'm trying not to knock this movie too much because, like I said, I liked it when it first came out, but now I just don't think it's that great. The reason to see this movie, though, is the director, Guillermo del Toro. That's not Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel, even though he's funny as hell. Not who I'm talking about. No, Guillermo del Toro is the director of Hellboy 1, Hellboy 2. He did this great movie called Pan's Labyrinth. Now, Pan's Labyrinth does have subtitles, but if you can deal with it, I highly suggest watching that movie. Visually, it is amazing. With Pacific Rim actually coming out in the next couple months, this movie makes me want to see it more because even though the story wasn't that great and the characters were just kind of meh, Guillermo took visual effects to a whole other level when he did this. Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, but I think Guillermo del Toro is probably visually one of the best directors there is. Just because this movie's really well done visually, I don't know if it's worth watching again, though. I hate to say it, but watching again, it was just okay. So my quick review for this movie would be, if you like comic book movies, you'll probably like this movie. If you like action movies, you'll probably like this movie. Saying that, though, everything is kind of subpar besides the visuals in this. I'm trying not to spoil reviews as much as I usually do, but I'm giving away just a little bit here and there. As I said, this movie is kind of iffy. Now, with all that said, I can't wait to see what we do next week, and I'll talk to you later, Movie Club. Bye.